Today would be our last full day of traveling on the bikes. Tomorrow we ride back to Belgrade to turn the bikes in, and the next day we fly home. We have had 6 good days. Can we make it 7? We were spending the night at Mammoth Hot Springs, but we planned to ride south before going north. We pulled the bikes up front and began to pack them. An older German couple came by. They were very interested in the bikes. Grandpa tried to get on, but he couldn't make it. Grandma could, and she did. John got the whole thing on their video camera for them. That should make a good show for the folks back home. We stopped at the West Thumb Geyser Basin and took a few pictures. We then proceeded along the shore of the lake with John in the lead. This was so I would know when he stopped. The Grand Canyon of Yellowstone was next. Our first stop was Artist Inspiration Point. John's camera started clicking a lot. We stopped at Uncle Tom's Trail, and John was considering the walk. The trail was closed, and it was probably a good thing. It was a hard walk back in 1985 when Mary and I had been here, and it's my understanding that it gets worse each and every year. We took another one-way road along the canyon and stopped at several locations. The road originated at Canyon Village and went back south. We backtracked to Canyon Village for something to eat. Once again, we were riding through snow. The sky was getting very dark, and we decided to wait the storm out a while. At the snack bar, they let us put our duffel bags inside, and we went exploring. John picked up more snow. A man walked by, dared him to throw it, and a lady double dared him. He threw another one. I'm getting tired of being a target. So tired, in fact, that when we went into the hotel lobby, I picked out a comfortable couch and went to sleep. John tried to pretend he didn't know me. The sky didn't look much better, but it was getting late. We had to make Mammoth Hot Springs, so we decided to make a dash for it. Straight out of the Canyon Village, the road made a sudden turn, and we headed directly into the bad weather. Oh well. It began to rain. Then it hailed, bigger this time. John had on his helmet. Maybe too many hailstones didn't bounce off his head in the Black Hills after all. The cars stopped in front of us, and we couldn't get through. They were comfy inside their cars, but we were getting zinged from the sky. We finally got past them, and the weather cleared a bit. We arrived at Mammoth and immediately made a hit with the crowd. We were still dressed in leathers, we were wet, and the sky didn't look so great. A large group gathered around. The check-in girl got us our cabin. We rode around and parked in front. We took everything off of the bikes and threw it on the front porch just in case it started raining again. There were several people sitting on their front porches. John and I were laughing about the imagined conversations on those porches. Well, Martha, there goes the neighborhood. Them bikers sure are noisy. It will never be the same. The bikes were starting to sound good now. This was great. It probably couldn't get any better. We set up a porch party, using the ledge dividing our side from the neighbors as a table. This was even better. Now it couldn't possibly be improved upon. Trouble is, we're staring into the side of the cabin across the street. John noted that if we moved to the other end of the porch, we could probably find a better view. Perfect. We sat on the porch, sipping our root beers, eating cheese and crackers, and enjoying the scenery. We noted what I believed to be ground squirrels popping out of their holes everywhere. John started trying to feed them. There were some black, blue, and white birds that were beautiful, and there was a large raven sitting on a cabin roof quarreling at us. Was this a good day or what? It just can't get any better than this. A commotion seemed to be occurring a few cabins over. We walked over there, and in the center yard area was the biggest buffalo we had seen the entire trip. He was just grazing along. We cautiously walked around one of the cabins and a lady was standing on the porch. She asked if they were dangerous and we indicated in the affirmative. We asked if we could duck into her cabin if he started our way. She said yes. The raven flew over with something orange in its mouth. We got several pictures of the buffalo and headed back to our porch party. As we approached, a woman from down the way asked if we were eating something on the porch. We indicated we were, and she indicated that was the proper tense. The raven had stolen our cheese. She gave us another slice and introduced herself. She was from Texas. We made a short run around the upper portion of Mammoth that evening. The weather looked so bad we didn't want to venture very far. We'd learned our lesson. It only takes a few hailstones to get our attention. That evening, the neighborhood did go to pot, but the bikers did not make all the noise. As a matter of fact, one of those bikers threatened to get dressed back in his biker's uniform and go next door and have a friendly conversation with the neighbors that had moved in while we were gone. He would have really scared them if he'd worn that blue do-rag. The other one just went to sleep. We are now 7 for 7 in the good day department. Do you suppose we can make it 8?